Portland Beer Week is about spreading beer knowledge. It's about getting people excited about beer. It's about the beer community coming together. It's about having fun events in a time of year that isn't so fun.
November, no, not really.
Thanksgiving is just an eating holiday.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah.
You
Right.
trace your hand and make the turkey thing. Like, that's the
Yeah,
extent
exactly.
of activities around Thanksgiving. So why not make some fun times? And also, as a business owner in Portland, you come to a little bit of a lull after summer and the leaf peeping season ends, and you're like, oh my God, where'd all the people go? What do I... And Portland Beer Week's another way just to keep the excitement going until we get into the Christmas and keep going, you know?
Well, I mean, November, it's dark by 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Maine. So people
It's time
are like...
to start drinking
Right, exactly.
responsibly.
And
course,
eating
obviously.
responsibly. Yes.
So I know that your first beer week, you started with 7 days. And then
Yep.
your second one, you expanded it to 10, but you're back to 7? What
I
happened
believe in drinking to be very a healthy sport. And what we saw at the 10-day one is people just, it was too much. People were tired and exhausted. And some people did events every single day. And 10 straight days of drinking isn't good for anyone.
That's
you
true.
know, and it
Probably
was
not,
just, and why not condense it? You know, it's nice. You can kind of make it around the 2 weekends and keep that energy there for people that want to travel out of town and keep the events during the week for all the locals. But if you build it, they're going to come, and it's working. It's gained so much traction this year. Every year it has, and it's super fun.
So let's move right into this year specifically. I think every day I get like 5 new invites on Facebook
Yeah.
of different events that you have going on.
But we're getting there. So the cutoff date is October 15th. So expect those updates until October 15th. But there's just a wide variety. People are learning what sticks for them one year and then trying something different the next year if it didn't work, you know. And the same thing, even if it did work, change it up. You can't keep doing the same things over and over and expect the same or different results, you know. So people have been trying all sorts of things, and we do 7 events here at the Pig just because I want to push ourselves to be that creative and make it really fun. But some places are doing 4, some are doing 1. You know, it's just up to the bar staff and the owners that want to commit.
Right.
So what are some of your...
Can you give us a little
Yeah,
preview?
so this year we are doing a mushroom tasting with Maine Cap and Stem, and they do wild foraged and just farm-raised mushrooms. And we're going to be incorporating plain cooked mushrooms and then mushrooms into a sausage and then a mushroom possibly sweet. And then with that, different beers that pair with each one of those. Just to get people excited about a locally grown product, but also different foods pairing really well with beer. We've done a hot sauce tasting in the past, and cheese, but those ones are you know, now they're played out. I want to do something different.
Right.
Keep going.
Right. Wow. Mushrooms.
And with a new small
Mushrooms.
business, and the guy that is doing it with us, he used to be the brewer for Rising Tide,
Oh.
and before that, Bull Jagger.
Well, there you go.
So he already knows beer, so he's like really into it. So that one's gonna be super fun. I'm doing another one. Not ignoring cider. It's such a popular demographic in the bar, even though I don't drink it, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't sell because it sells like crazy. So what I'm doing is taking everything from the dry to the sweet and kind of putting them all against each other so people can come up with what they really do like. Because some people just come in and order a cider,
Right.
but they don't think about what the brand or what the style is. And so this is a great way for you to come and learn, do I like English dry ciders or do I like, you know, fruity, fun
Sweeter.
cider, you know, whatever.
Are you going to have any hopped ciders?
Yep, and we're going to have a Randall, and we're going to infuse some fresh fruit into one of them.
Nice.
So that's going to be pretty cool. And we're also doing a gluten-free menu that night because a lot of people that
often
drink
drink
a cider
cider,
are
right?
gluten-free.
Because
Yeah,
So just something fun and appealing to a different than a beer group.
right. Absolutely. How about something that someone else might be doing that you thought was very creative?
Definitely. The Pro-Am is going to happen again at Salvage, and this is one of the highlights of Beer Week, in my opinion. They pair a professional brewer with a home brewer, And they make their own beer, and they get it licensed. At the brewery they make it, and they get it licensed, and then they sell it at Salvage that night. And you get to try all 10 beers, and then you vote on your favorite pairing. But really, it's giving the home brewers a chance to be tasted out in public. And,
which is
and
really
get
exciting
excited.
for them.
And,
Yeah.
The guy last year is still bragging. I thought maybe we shouldn't let him enter this year, but he's, they're going to let him go again, and maybe he'll win again, I hope. It's just awesome.
So they must have to start brewing
great
soon.
idea.
Right.
Yeah.
People have been working on this for a while.
Wow.
That event we knew we were going to do, but Salvage is a great venue because it's huge.
It is huge. Yeah.
And they have a lot of taps, and
They do.
Johnny Altoff is so great in the beer scene here in town, so he's a good one to help handle that event.
Yeah. Well, anybody that may be listening, yourself included, I think Great Beer Adventure would love to be part of Beer Week as
Yeah.
much as
Maybe we
can.
could do like a live podcast at some of the events.
That would be
Oh,
fantastic.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
The Pro-Am one would definitely be one because those guys would love to be heard. The sour one, because sours are so popular
love
right now. There's a
sours, yeah.
where the wild beers are.
Yeah,
It's
where the
happening at
wild
Navarre.
Ah.
Still waiting to hear on Slab and Nosh's events this year, but they've always been participating. Central Provisions is coming out with some really cool things that we're working with.
Yeah. Well,
There's a couple more new accounts joining in this year again.
that's perfect. We
That's
will
great.
Periscope or podcast anything that
Yeah.
people want done.
That would be super fun.
It will be.
It will be.
And just to remind all of our listeners, that is coming in just a couple weeks from when this will be releasing, November 1st through the 7th.
Correct.
November.
We're doing a citywide disc golf / scavenger hunt. You have to find the next hole, and you have to do a beer at that hole. So that's a whole, all around the whole city.
Oh, wow.
So that's
how
fun and competitive.
What great ideas.
We're doing a beer art show with photography and other mediums, just art, and that's tying into the First Friday
First
with the
Friday.
city.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So lots of tie-ins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much
Yay,
fun.
that makes
There's
the
so
beginning
many
of
things
November
happening.
so much
Exactly.
more exciting.
there's so many things to
November
choose
I
from.
find a little depressing, so thanks.
Exactly. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you normally you think, oh, summer's
November?
over,
Right.
fall's over, it's November, but now it's like, yay, it's November.
It's beer week.
Beer week.
1st to the 7th. Mark your calendars.
Mark them down now.
Take
Bright red
days off
pens.
work.
Right.
And where can they find you on social media for that?
So the website is portlandbeerweek.org, and that has all the event listings on it by day or by venue. We also have Instagram as 207 Beer Week, and Facebook. Twitter is also 207 Beer Week, and then Facebook is Portland Beer Week. So we're everywhere.
Yes, if you are on social media, you should be able to find them.
cannot miss
Can't miss them, yeah.
And use the hashtag 207 Beer Week for any of your photos and for trending. It helps, and it's super fun to get to see what other people are up to.
Yeah,
We're sending out
absolutely.
volunteers, so if you're listening and you want to volunteer, feel free to contact us through any one of those sites, and we'd love to get you signed up. We need help on that scavenger hunt, but we also want to send volunteers to every event just to gather email and talk to people at the events, and just to kind of keep us more cohesive. And we'll be taking care of the volunteers. We'll be inviting them to the after Beer Week closing party.
That's good motivation.
Yeah.
Right there. Everybody's like, I will volunteer.
Yeah. And that's going to be at the Portland House of Music. And
yeah.
at that one this year, we're doing something totally different. We're doing superlatives like high school, and we're voting on like best beer blogger, best delivery driver, all sorts of different categories.
I think we might be able to win Best Beer Podcast. I think we are the only ones.
Oh,
We need more write-in categories. We should definitely write that in.
Fewer competitors, we have a better chance.
Yeah. I think
Perfect.
there's Seacoast Beverage Lab, but they're down in New Hampshire, so I don't know.
That's a different
Right,
state.
they
It wouldn't count.
right.
No, that wouldn't
So
count.
I think we've got it in the bag.
Perfect.
Start writing my acceptance speech.
Yes, exactly. We'll be announcing all that soon on the website because we want everyone to vote on those.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, vote Great Beer Adventure. Head to 207 Beer Week, and I think we're going to head into our third round. Jane?
Yay. So this is also a fun round because we want you to pick your brain about your very first beer memory.
I I think with a lot of first memories, they always revolve around family. But I remember my parents had this 10-man picnic table and 10 people on each side.
Oh,
So it was 20
It's like a
people at
20,
this dinner
yeah.
party one night, and they were all having this big meal that we always share with my family in the summer, just a big summer salad with everybody. And I remember I was getting a little cranky, and my mom put me on her lap and gave me some of this green can because I think she had just had enough and wanted to enjoy all her friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it, and it was a Jenny Cream Ale. I'm from upstate New York, so that was what everyone was drinking. It was cheap and easy, and I'll never forget it.
And how old were you?
I was young.
Okay.
And
I
you
was
remember
young.
the taste?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it was different, and I always wondered what the hype was.
Right.
How do they drink so many of these?
Right.
I actually was at a flea market just the other day, and I know exactly what can you're talking about. They had a whole smorgasbord of cans, and I almost bought one of those because I liked the color green that it was.
Yeah, it's a classic old beer.
Yeah.
That's a great memory, though.
That is a great memory.
Getting to be at the big kids' table and having a sip of beer.
Just
On
nothing
Mom's
to see
lap, yeah.
here.
In fact, she was shutting me up, I'm sure.
So that brings us to our final round, round 4.
All right.
We call that 3 sheets to the wind, 3 random questions. And we figured by this point we've had a little bit to drink, and maybe you will spew more childhood memories in our direction. We're going to start with, what was your favorite cartoon as a child?
Scooby-Doo.
Uh-huh.
Still is.
Yeah.
Watched it this morning.
There you go. YouTube,
You're a
Cartoon
lifer.
Network.
Wow.
No, I think it's that Boomerang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the classics.
That's a good channel. So, we had another person on our show that said they also liked Scooby-Doo, and the question came up, did you like it when Scrappy-Doo came on board, or are you pre-Scrappy-Doo?
I'm pre-Scrappy-Doo. I had a babysitter growing up, and she would let me watch just one program a day, and it was Scooby-Doo, and I got it with orange sherbet that she would whip up into a little, soup, and I would sit there with my sherbet soup and watch Scooby-Doo. And there was no Scrappy-Doo. It was just the gang.
Yeah, that's not the classic, right?
Have you hunted down any of the live-action ones? Have you watched any of those Scooby-Doos?
No, I liked the Mystery Inc. though. Did you see that one yet?
I did not.
There's 2 seasons of that on Netflix, and clear your calendar. It's gonna take up some time, and it's awesome.
Mystery Inc.
Yeah,
All right, I will
they
look that up.
next level it.
Really?
Like they're really Fred and Daphne are really dating, and then Velma and Shaggy have a go at it,
Wow.
and it's like
Oh, my.
it's really good.
Huh.
I'll put that on
And
the
they have this
list.
character called Hot Dog Water, and I think that is hilarious that they call the girl Hot Dog Water because that's the way she smells.
Well, that's not kind.
I know, but it's
Not
so
at all,
funny.
but pretty clever, yeah.
They just say it. Oh well.
What a term of endearment. Yeah.
I'm gonna call my children that.
Hot dog water.
Hot dog water. It's a mouthful.
It is. You can't really be like. That does not roll off the tongue.
You gotta be committed to that.
That's a nickname that wouldn't go away though either once you have it. Kind of. Yeah.
Even if you wanted it to, it's not going away.
You could spend a week at Bath and Body Works and it'd still be called hot dog water. Oh, wow. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
What song do you have stuck in your head right now?
I don't know. I'm a weirdo. I make up a lot of songs in my head. So if something like going on in the day, I just start singing about it. Like today, I was getting crackers for the event tonight in the cracker aisle. I was like, anyway,
You made up a little cracker,
I
did
did.
you?
I was like, do you want the pumpkin seed or just the toasted rounds? Because I just think it's funny if people just look at you, but it's what's in my head.
I get it.
Yeah.
I live in a musical myself.
Great.
Yeah, I think more people should sing and dance all the
yes,
time.
love to live in a musical.
Come to my house
Skipping down
anytime.
the road.
These are random.
Yes. All right. Our last question is going to be an interesting one because you have actually been abroad.